Hello, I'm Edmund saying Tactical, and today we're going to discuss buying an airsoft gun and the law surrounding it. So I do hope you forgive me, I actually have a piece of paper with some notes on today, just because this is a subject we want to get right. Now we're going to start with the VCRA, the Violent Crimes Reduction Act of 2006. Now when this came out, had a section about imitation and realistic imitation firearms and what classes an offence with them and owning them and all this. Now, by strictest legal definition, at the time it basically bans owning them unless it's for a few small purposes, and airsoft was not included. However, after some negotiation, it's all good, airsoft is allowed and you can have defence for airsoft, which we'll get onto shortly. Now, a couple of things that were specified in this is such things as you're not allowed to manufacture a RIF, which is against the law. You're not allowed to convert an imitation firearm to a realistic imitation firearm, also an offence still, and such like that, which we might discuss in a moment. So we're just going to discuss the difference between an IF and a RIF. This is an IF, an imitation firearm, or as we tend to call it in airsoft, a two-tone. It is an imitation firearm that is painted half of a bright unrealistic colour, as you can see there. And a realistic imitation firearm is a gun that is, for all practical purposes, indistinguishable from a real firearm. This, as far as anyone knows looking at it that isn't me, thinks that this is a real AK-47, or AK-74 as I should say. So that is a realistic imitation firearm. Now if I bought an imitation firearm and sprayed it so it looked like a real one, that is an offence. If I took either of these out into the public streets, that is an offence. However, using them on private property or a registered and insured airsoft site is perfectly legal. Same goes for if you're using it for film and TV and reenactment. Those are legal purposes as well. So, buying an imitation firearm. If you wish to buy an imitation firearm, you need to be over 18 years old and you can come in and request it. So if you came into our shop and you said to me, "Hi Edward, I'd like to buy a gun and I don't have a defence or site membership or however term you like to use," and I go, "Okay, well we can two-tone it for you." So we will spray it half of a really bright colour. So you can have any of these two-toned into a bright colour. Now this means you can own it without a defence. This does not mean you can still go out on the street and play with it because it's half a bright colour, but it does mean you don't need to do the defence part. Now if you wanted to buy a replica imitation firearm, you would need to provide a defence. So if you come into this room and say, "Ah, Edward, I'd like to buy the Cymer AK on the wall," I would then go, "Do you have some kind of defence?" Now, your defence can be proof that you work in the film and TV industry and you want to use the weapon for film and TV work. So this is paperwork showing your company, saying that it's doing a film for, say, I don't know, the latest action film, and you need an AK. Does not work if you come in and say you go to college or university and you want it because you want to film a gunfight in the woods somewhere. No. The other option is if you can prove you are a reenactor and it's for reenacting purposes, that you can purchase one off of. And finally is the defence for airsoft. Now this kind of comes in two forms which are very similar. The first form is a site membership. Now usually to get site membership you need to play at the same site or the same airsoft company, if say it's a company like First and Only or Rift who have multiple sites. Now you need to play 3 games in over 60 days, so in about 3 months. And this proves that you're an airsofter, so you can't just go 3 weeks in a row, buy an airsoft gun, because for all we know you could be a dodgy character who wants to use it for nefarious purposes and you've just turned up for 3 weeks in a row to get yourself an AK. So that's 3 games in over 2 months, and the site membership will then issue you a membership if you apply for it. And this class of defence, this tells us that you've been airsofting. We can always contact the site or the company and say, you know, does this person actually airsoft and that? They can go yes, and it's all good. The other main membership you will have heard of is UCARA. Now UCARA is not a licence, but as I said, it's a membership / defence. Now UCARA is basically, well, it is the United Kingdom Airsoft Retail Association it's known as, and it is a big online database. Now to get a membership with them and to be put on the database, all you need to do is play a UCAR registered airsoft site 3 times in over 60 days. So same again basically. Everywhere basically runs off this same time principle, and it's actually a really good time and setup, I think. Now, once it's done, the site can then send off all the appropriate paperwork and say, yep, this person's played, he's an airsofter, and UCAR will put you on their site for a year. And then of course you'll have to renew every year. Same with site memberships usually. Now, when you're on the site, you'll be given a number and such that you can use when you're buying online. And if you came into this shop and said, oh, I have a defence, it's UCARA number 1158661 ALA BBCDEFG DCVC. I'd then go on UCARA, type in the search bar, and there's your number. By the way, only retailers can go on and type in the search bar. It's not just open access to everyone, so don't worry, no one's going to steal your number. But anyway, I can go on, use our system as we're signed up to it, and it will say, yep, this person's an airsofter. And this works as a defence, and go, yep, they're an airsofter, they've played at a site, they can purchase a RIF. Now I said you've got to be over 18 to buy either of these. However, if you are under 18, you can still use airsoft guns. Don't worry if, you go with a parent or a friend that's older and they want to lend you one, they can do, that's perfectly fine. You just can't purchase until you're 18 or older. Now, as I said, don't spray them, don't take them out on public property, only airsoft sites and private land. But there we go, that is an overview. It is a bit complicated and it can be a bit of a pain to understand, but in the end it's not too hard. If you want to start off by buying a two-tone, go ahead and buy a RIF later after you've got membership, or as I recommend, go play a few games at an airsoft site, get your membership, come back, buy yourself a RIF. But there you go, I do hope that helps explain to you how you can get around and buy your airsoft gun. Thank you for watching.